guys. Hello to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into Carol's Daily Sauce. I'm coming back with you guys with another reaction video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on that bell to be reminded of all the videos I upload. And what I'm doing on today is I am doing a reaction to a few of the things that Miss Liv's life decided that she was going to speak on. This was actually her live, juicy live with question and answers. It really wasn't that juicy in my opinion, but anyway, as I'm sitting here sipping my coffee, I'm looking at this, and just trying to kind of make some sense out of what Liv is trying to do, because my whole hope, I guess, is that Liv would eventually get it together, because she's been through a lot. She's too young to have been through all this stuff that she's going through. And when I look at Liv, I am just amazed at what she's going through, but it's a result of choices that she's made. When I look at her, I really can't see myself being her mother, but I actually can, because my daughter is older than her. With that being said, Liv went into the live with a question from someone asking her, Liv, for advice about their relationship, indicating that she's been with her boyfriend for, I believe, 7 years. They both have cheated. He had cheated on her recently, and she confronted him. And then here recently, he's seen her communicating with an ex or communicating with someone. So now he can't trust her and she can't trust him. So she needs Liv advice as to whether or not she should marry him. Now, the young lady went on to say that he doesn't attend her family functions, nor does he allow his 2-year-old daughter to kiss him. Okay. Weird. Okay. Extremely weird in my opinion. So Liv says she never likes to tell a woman what to do in a relationship, which is absolutely wonderful, because considering all of the things that she's experienced here lately, she should not be telling anybody anything about a relationship at all. Driving 17 hours away to your children's father's home and then getting upset because he don't want to have anything to do with you is crazy. So Liv did tell her to pray about it, to go with her instincts and her gut feelings. She did say that love is not supposed to hurt. And then somebody in the live made a comment that because she's doing it. But for those that are contacting Olivia via DMs, via emails or whatever, and asking her for advice, you guys need to seek some help, because there is no way that you could think that a person that has been through all this stuff that she's been through, Liv clearly is not emotionally, I won't say mentally, I'm going to say Liv clearly is not emotionally well. She's been through a lot. She broke up with her children's father. She supposedly, and I say supposedly because I don't really know if I believe this, just had an abortion based on what she said. But it's so crazy because a lot of people are saying that these are just storylines for Liv's life. These are just storylines that she uses. And so when you think about seeking opinions, seeking help from someone, my question to the people who are writing into her and asking her for help is, why would you think that Olivia is authorized to give you any kind of help when her life clearly is a mess? with all of the back and forth that she has with her relationship with Gerard or whomever else, it's very, very toxic. And she even told the lady that all the backwards and forth is toxic. So if you know all the backwards and forth going with someone, with, them saying you cheating, with them saying you not cheating, with you or that person not having trust with one another, it's very, very toxic. But what's even more toxic is getting and taking advice from someone who clearly does not have their emotional life together as far as a relationship. Because just consider it, whether you like her or not, and I can honestly tell you guys that I don't dislike her, whether you like her or not, how can you honestly make sense of a woman who ended up getting pregnant, okay, by somebody, decided to have an abortion, and then I guess the day of the abortion or a day after, because I didn't even watch the whole video with her driving to Texas, decided to drive to Texas to go and see Gerard. Now see, Stella, her mother, is an enabler. I tell everybody that, because what Stella should have said was, Liv, I refuse to stay with these children while you go flying down the freeway. First of all, it was a waste of money. It was a waste of time. But then on the other hand, it kind of jilted her back into reality, because she is seemingly speaking a different tune. She can't give advice to anybody, though, in my opinion, especially not relationship advice. She needs help herself. She has a lot of thinking that she should do. She's telling the lady, you maybe should go to counseling, and you have a lot of thinking to do. So does Liv. I'm just having problems with anybody taking advice from her. And then she's going to say there's life on the other side. But guess what? How could you speak on it being life on the other side when last week you were just slitting your wrists, not actually slitting your wrist, but what was it, 3 days ago? Wasn't she flushing the engagement ring down the toilet and crying? Y'all, stop asking her for advice. And then someone else asked her for advice, a young girl talking about she's been dating a man for 7 months, and she found out a little while ago that he makes a lot of money. She's 26 years old, and she plans on moving into a house with him. He's building his first house, but he never speaks of the future with this 26-year-old lady. So, first of all, Liv told her, get it, girl. That was the first thing she said. Get it, girl. Get what? You only been with somebody for 7 months. You can't get nothing. Also, she went on to tell her that she didn't think that 7 months was enough time. This was after all the people in the chat were telling her that. She said, because you only get bits and pieces, especially if you don't live together. And then she went on to say that she felt like 2 years is a good enough time to know somebody. And she went on to say, don't put too much pressure on the relationship or on him, but talk to him about the future. So it's kind of contradictory. You're telling her, don't put too much pressure, but then in another sentence, you're saying, but talk to him about the future. This is not okay. Once again, here somebody is that clearly has a relationship that is not even a relationship. It's probably one in her head, and she's trying to give advice to people about what they should do in their relationship. Telling the lady it's okay to ask her, where does he see them in 5 years? Now, I'm going to tell you something. Any man that you're dating, and you've only been dating for 7 months, I don't think it's safe to ask them, where do you see us in 5 years? Because It could just be something that he's doing for the time being. You know, all relationships are different. All relationships are different, just as all marriages are different. And what this young lady should do is probably seek some advice from her parents, probably seek some advice from her friends, not from somebody who has so much going on. Liv told her to continue to have fun and continue to get to know him. Now that right there, I totally agree with. Continue to have fun and continue to get to know him and continue to build your relationship. But don't pressure that man, because what will end up happening is you'll be driving some hours away to come and see him, or knocking on this man's door with raw knuckles because he ain't answering the door either. Because one thing about a man don't want somebody that's that crazy over him. They don't want that. Men want women that have good sense. Men want women that think about the things that they do and think about the things that they say. They want a woman that has a good head on her shoulder, whether this woman has children or not. Okay, even if you have children with the man and you're not married to him, a man wants a woman that is going to take care of his children, whether he or her are not together. And see, what I believe, and this is just my thought, I believe that Will, y'all forgive me, that's my husband's name. I believe that Liv thinks that, and I'm going to say this real quick because I don't want nobody coming for me. Don't come for me with nothing about my husband. Don't come for me with nothing about having children, because me and him are beyond children. Baby making, we ain't even into that. We grandparents now. But anyway, I believe what Liv has confused in her life, and with, as well as with a lot of other young women, is that if I give him this baby, he may stay. Now, there's a good possibility that she thought that she and Gerard were going to get married, that she thought that they were going to live happily ever after. And God knows I really wanted them to. I absolutely love them as a couple. But just as everyone else knows, and I know too, you never know what is going on in the privacy of someone's home. All you know is what they choose to show you. So we did see a lot of things with them, as far as them getting into arguments, as far in the past when they were together, as far as Gerard, quote unquote, cheating on her and all of that stuff. We've seen that. But what a man wants to see a woman do is, as I said, whether him and that woman is together or not, he wants his children taken care of. And you know what? I was looking at something, and somebody was saying, why does all of the responsibility fall on the woman? We're the ones who carry the children. We're the ones who have the children. Why does all the responsibility fall on the woman? Well, I guess we'll never know the answer to that. But thank God the responsibility does fall on the woman. But even more thankful, I'm even more thankful when the woman takes on that responsibility and takes care of those children, because clearly children cannot take care of themselves. So, Liv went on to tell this young lady, if you're going into 2 to 3 years with no progress about him bringing up marriage, then you probably should find out what it is that he wants to do, what road he wants to take. She told the young lady to chill out and to just take it day by day and enjoy each other. But she did say, slow down, have fun, and enjoy yourself. But that's kind of contradictory to what she said in the beginning. Ask him what he's going to be doing in 5 years. That's what I'm saying to you guys when I say that she should not be giving any advice to anybody on nothing. What Liv needs to do, and I've said this on more than one occasion, is the energy that she's using. I know that YouTube is a way that she feeds her children. This should just be temporary for right now. What Liv needs to do is get an education, get a real job. Not to say that YouTube is not a real job, because YouTube is a business. However, we don't know how long YouTube is going to be around. And if this is your business, you need to be thinking about other things that you need to incorporate just in case YouTube is not going to be around for a while. Everybody has heard the rumors about them closing down or stop monetizing family channels. From what I can understand from a little research that I've looked into, is it's not closing down family channels, but what it's actually doing is putting them on a different platform in which certain ads that come out will be focused around the family unit, because some of the ads that are being shown are not appropriate for family channels. So now Liv is saying someone had asked her something about when she went to the gym, because she's supposed to be on this healthy kick, you guys. I want y'all to know that that girl got on the scale. That girl weighs 310.6 pounds. Look, I have always told y'all, I am not the smallest woman. I am not skinny, never have been. And I guarantee you, Liv has never been skinny as well, because me and her are kind of like on that thicky. The only difference between me and Liv is her chest is bigger. She has a big stomach. I don't have no big old stomach. I have a very small waist and thighs and hips and all that kind of stuff. But I can look at her and tell that she's never been really thin. Now she may have, but it doesn't look like it. She looked like she probably been thick her entire life, just like me. So I'm not dogging her, y'all. But when a woman let herself get up to 300 pounds, we got a problem, Houston. Houston, we have a real problem. We have a problem. I wish Liv well on her journey to losing weight. I hear that she's going to the gym, and when she went to the gym, there was a man that was trying to talk to her. She says that she doesn't want to date yet, but that she did. Then she went on to talk about Christian, her son, and how Christian is having a hard time with the separation. And that is usually true, because he's a little boy and love their fathers. Now, she said, and I had mentioned this one time in one of my videos, reaction videos, that she needs to work on getting him and Robin in a Big Brother, Big Sister program. So that right there, I really think it's really good. Somebody also asked her, would she live with, allow Christian to live with Gerard? And she said, no way. She got a lot of nerves. She got a lot of nerves, because y'all, I know that Liv takes care of her children, but Gerard helped take care of those children. What Liv does need to do, in my opinion, is she needs to put Christian into a speech class, because Christian does not have he doesn't verbalize for a child his age. Now, am I saying that he's supposed to be a genius? No, ma'am, no, sir, I'm not. But for him to be his age, I feel that his vocabulary should be a little bit more extensive than what it is. But, you know, as I said before, I've been a single parent. I know what it feels like to be a single parent. I know what it feels like for people to think that, you know, the children need to go and live with their dad. I had 2 boys. I have a bonus one, so I have 3. But in total, when I was separated from my ex-husband, I had to raise 3 children, a daughter and 2 sons. And it's not always easy, because you don't, the one thing I always say is a woman cannot teach a young man how to be a man. I don't care how hard you try. It ain't in you. I don't care if you are gay and you are the masculine type of female. You cannot teach a man, a young boy, to be a man. I don't care. That's my opinion. You can't do it, because guess what? You're not a man. So it's just some things that she needs to really work on doing, but she really needs to stop that advice with Liv. If you want to give some advice, give some advice. Why not make up something about let's talk? Not advice. Make up something like let's talk with Liv, and maybe you guys can talk about things, you know, with raising children as a single parent, or weight loss, as they were talking about in the live. But the one thing, excuse me, that I find really, really ironic, I mean, that's just like me getting on a live or getting on YouTube telling somebody 99 ways to become a millionaire. Y'all, I don't know nothing about telling nobody how to become a millionaire. And so because of that, I wouldn't do that. I mean, you're stepping on and treading in waters that you don't know nothing about. And she looked crazy. I'm sorry if this hurt her feelings, but she looked crazy. You cannot give anybody advice about a relationship or anything. You're the one who just traveled miles, what, 1,700 miles away to go see a man that don't want you? Are you kidding me? And then someone asked me this question, and so I'm going to touch on this. Someone said to me, what do you think about her having an abortion? Okay. And driving down the road and then indicating that she didn't shower. Okay. First and foremost, I have to give this disclaimer, and this is the honest to God truth. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I really cannot speak on abortions because I have never had one. I have never had one. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what one would experience. I do not know. I do know, however, from looking up an abortion, you're going to have some bleeding, okay? Because they're vacuuming, sucking something out of you. They're vacuuming, sucking an embryo out of you. So there is going to be some bleeding. Now, I did do some research, and I found in research that when you have an abortion, you can shower. You just can't take a bath. You can't take a bath because sitting in the water increases for infection. Now, why she wanted to be stank and have an abortion and not take a shower, I have no idea. That's something that somebody is going to have to ask Liv. I don't understand Liv at Liv's Life. And I mean, I've unsubscribed from her once again because I don't know. I just don't want to have any parts with, I don't know. I just, when I see young people like this and I see the crazy, I mean, you know, guys, y'all know my age. I've said my age many times. And I know for a fact that everybody that looks at my videos knows that I'm not perfect. You know that I have made mistakes. We all have. We all do. But as I always say, there comes a time in everybody's life where you have to sit back and say, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to say this. Liv has a whole bunch of growing up to do. Because you know what? Right now, all she's doing is drinking wine, carrying that little baby on her hip. She need to put Ryan down. Ryan is not crying blood. Put her down and let her walk with her cute self. I just don't understand. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. First of all, that live was not juicy. It wasn't juicy at all. Unless I left it too soon, wasn't nothing juicy about that live. Liv needs to settle down. She needs to get an education. She has so many opportunities for resources being a single parent. I cannot stand all these single parents that are not using the resources that are out there for them. I just did a video on Jazzy's life. There are resources out there for them. They just have to be willing to seek the resources. They're out there. While you on YouTube trying to make videos so that you can feed your baby, search resources in your local area. There is free daycare. It's not free daycare. There's daycare. There are jobs that will help pay for your daycare. This is not only in the state of California. There is funding for those types of things. There is funding for your children to get counseling. That baby Christian may need counseling. There are so many things. and so many different resources that can be taken advantage of. And I'm telling you, and I'm going to tell y'all this and I'm going to be gone. I have absolutely no respect for a woman who does not check her resources when she is raising her children alone and when she's raising her children with her significant other. Because our children did not ask to be here. But what they do expect from you is for you to take care of them to the very best of your ability, because they cannot take care of themselves. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to be reminded of all of my videos. This is just my reaction from Liv's juicy, quote unquote, juicy live question and answer. It's not free daycare. There's daycare. There are jobs that will help pay for your daycare. This is not only in the state of California. There is funding for those types of things. There's funding for your children to get counseling. That baby Christian may need counseling. There are so many things and so many different resources that can be taken advantage of. And I'm telling you, and I'm going to tell y'all this and I'm going to be gone. I have absolutely no respect for a woman who does not check her resources when she is raising her children alone and when she's raising her children with her significant other. Because our children did not ask to be here. But what they do expect from you is for you to take care of them to the very best of your ability, because they cannot take care of themselves. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to be reminded of all of my videos. This is just my reaction from Liv's juicy, quote unquote, juicy live question and answer. She has to change. She has to change sooner rather than later, because if she doesn't change, and I did comment this to someone who came on my page, on my channel, if she doesn't change, she, as well as all of the other mothers, all they are doing is just building a generation for young ladies, because they have children, they have daughters. They're building a generation for young ladies who will do none other than mirror their patterns of life. I'll talk to y'all be soon. God bless you and be encouraged. Bye-bye.